Gilbert, this was something interesting that I saw on social media. A lot of people were talking about it. When they talk about it, the Compas have to talk about it. Colin Cowherd came out and he had his list of and he said by the end of the season, these are going to be the top quarterback receiver duos in the NFL. So we have it right here for all you listeners. I'm going to read off from it first, and then Gilbert and I will get into it. Number 1, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. 2, Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley. 3, Mahomes, Kelsey. 4, Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson. 5, Derek Chipotle Carr and Chris Olave. 6, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. By the way, Stephen A. Smith, you were wrong, bro. He didn't ask for a trade, according to him. 7, Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. Number 8, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. 9, Tumbling Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. And then 10, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh,
do you want to start?
Yeah, because you told me let's make fun of this list, and I
didn't say let's make fun. I said let's analyze it.
Let's analyze
and let's look it over.
Yeah, and I didn't want to look at it until we got here. I wanted to be surprised on my own. And
by the way, Volume Sports, we are open for business.
There you go. You could be a sponsor. But then again, I'm gonna be that technical guy where I'm like, it's supposed to be quarterback, wide receiver. Travis Kelce is a tight end.
I love watching Travis Kelce play.
So I guess that could be kind of like, it's okay. Maybe it's like a little asterisk at the bottom.
To me, how is that not number 1?
Yeah, I was gonna say, they need to be higher or at least above Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley. What have they done to be up here? What, a couple of preseasons?
Well, he said by the end of the season, this is gonna be yeah.
All right, fine. If you're gonna get technical, then take off Kelce because he's not a wide receiver. But okay, now I'm nitpicking. I like that potential duo, but not that high. Number 2, I gotta get some kind of glimpse. Like I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson. Wilson's gonna be a nice playmaker, and then Derek Carr and Olave. I know Olave is real good too, but Michael Thomas is being healthy. But then again, he's always healthy this time of year, then he gets hurt. So I don't know about that one. And then maybe you could address this one, Fernando. But obviously, there's no Justin Herbert or Keenan Allen or Mike Williams or whatever it is that you want to do. I really like Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. The quarterbacks are kind of so-so, but they deserve to be on the list because those wide receivers are really good. But yeah, I think like the back order is fine. I don't like the top 5. It's all out of whack, and Derek Carr and Olave should not be that high either.
I don't even think Derek Carr and Olave should be on this list. I think Olave is great, but I don't know about Derek Carr being on this list. Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, the only reason why you're putting them on there is because of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I actually thought, and you're going to be, number 9, that to me, I thought they should have been higher because it's Tyreek Hill. But I understand the reason why they're putting him that low, though, is because you don't know if Tua is going to be in there or who's going to be not just Tua, but you also have the other guy on the other side, Jalen Waddle. I think this year we're going to be talking more about Jalen Waddle than we will about Tyreek Hill. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but
it kind of is, for because for some reason I'm not a big fan of Jalen Waddle. I don't know what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. He's really explosive, but he has some drops and a little inconsistent. But that's the story for another day. But yeah.
I'm with. So there's 2 that come to mind. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown aren't on this list. Like,
oh yeah, I didn't even think about it. There's so many duels. Yeah,
they just only made it to the Super Bowl last year. Like,
yeah,
I guess that doesn't. I would have had them
top 5 somewhere.
That had to have been top. That has to be top 5. And like you said, Justin Herbert. And the thing is, I'm going to be completely honest. I just don't think anybody trusts Keenan Allen and Mike Williams right now to stay healthy. So I think that's the reason why they were let off this list. But if it was just Herbert alone, obviously he's on this list, but you just don't know which receiver is going to be the one that. But Gilbert, you've been there. I've been there. From what we've seen, that Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert connection isn't going anywhere. And you know what's funny? Andy Holloway. And don't forget, guys, Andy Holloway. We did speak to him. That is coming up next. Don't forget to check that out. But Andy told me, and I didn't think about this, and now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wow, he's completely right. He's like, Keenan Allen's style of play doesn't have a 5-year window, a 6-year window, the same way maybe a Tyreek Hill, some of these other guys who are fast, and at one point their speed kind of goes a little bit. He's like, the way Keenan plays, he can age gracefully. he can age gracefully. And I was like, oh wow, you know what? I hadn't even thought about that. And yeah, that is true. The way Keenan plays, he could play another 3-4 years at a high level, relatively, like from the 1 to 20 top receiver spots or whatever. But Kirk Cousins, that Dak Prescott one, I can't go with that either. And CeeDee Lamb, I don't know for what reason. I just don't trust the Cowboys, and I feel like
but
I trust CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb is
I like
great.
Dak better than Tua though, and I really like CeeDee
Oh
Lamb.
no, I do too. But my problem is that with like, and I feel like everybody's doing the same thing this year with the Cowboys. Is everybody's like, dude, the Cowboys are coming. They have two of the best corners in the NFL, and
It's
Stephon
one of those like
Gilmore, and
eventually they got to break through. It feels like that kind of pick, you know.
yeah. But it just feels like with Tony Romo, they did the same thing. Like they were like, oh, this is a make it or break it year for Tony, and he ends up getting hurt, and Dak Prescott comes in, and here comes Ezekiel Elliott as well.
We should have a rankings for teams that need to make it or break it. Like the Chargers are going to be
We'll
on
do it
there.
next week.
The Cowboys need to be on there. The 49ers
The
need to be on
Bengals,
there.
the
And the
Bills.
Bills and the Bengals. So that's we got 5 right
Man,
there. Enough is enough.
You know what's funny? This is a make it or break it year for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I know everybody's talking about Justin Herbert and he needs to get in the playoffs and win a playoff game, but remember, T. Higgins is owed a contract next. Joe Burrow still hasn't gotten paid, and Jamar Chase is coming up too. I don't know if you're going to be able to keep all three of them. I think you're going to be able to keep two, and it's going to be Burrow and Chase. I don't see them keeping T. Higgins, so. So I mean, that's
Joe Burrow and T. Higgins might be better than Derek Carr and Chris Olave.
And you know what's funny? That's not even a hot take either. That's
you know what's actually, you know what's perfect? Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown at 10. I really like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I like that.
But Goff at 10, that sounds right.
By the way, I saw Jameson Williams him play, and he hasn't gotten it. Like he's not there.
He hurt
like,
again, right? He got hurt, and then
he got hurt, and he's going to be suspended when he comes back. So I don't know, dude. I'm really hesitant on him. So
it's like, remember those early years of the Lions where they kept drafting first round wide receivers and they only hit on one, like Megatron and
yeah. You know, it's funny. I have a buddy who's a huge Raiders fan, and he always brings up, like, whenever towards the end of the season when the Raiders start playing bad, he always texts me the same picture, and it's who the Raiders drafted and who was the next pick after them back in like the Jamarcus Russell days. I'm like, bro, you're just making he actually showed me, forgot where he lives. He lives in LA. He actually blew that up and he has it as a poster in his man cave. The like who they could have drafted next. I'm like, when are you gonna take that down? He's like, when the Raiders win a Super Bowl. I'm like, damn.
Man.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, it'll be interesting. So that's something like Joe Morley would do, I think. So but going back to this list, Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley, the only reason why I can't put them at 2 is because you haven't seen them, and I know it's for when the season ends, but you haven't seen anything about them. Like, you don't even know if Calvin Ridley's gonna be able to hold up or what's gonna happen. So, and I mean, Calvin Ridley, before the gambling thing, he had left for mental health reasons. So there's a little bit.
He hasn't had a good year since 2020, Fernando. Like, he got hurt,
and we got to see him that year.
The mental health issue. So
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I just thought that this would be a good list to kind of check out. I thought you would get a.
No, yeah, it's it made me laugh, and it made me also, have a little nice debate. So it's not the worst list I've ever seen, but yeah, if you're gonna count Kelsey as a wide receiver, they should be at least top 2.
Yeah, I completely agree.